whether I should share or drain your brain, but I think you just answered that question.
Thank you for your synchronicity.
Can your civilization surf the internet?
Our civilization?
Yeah. Our internet?
In this way, we will know what we need to know when we need to know it, and what we rely on mostly is the translations that exist and the vocabulary that exists and the knowledge that exists in the channel's brain. We will access our own version of the internet, which is simply tapping into the idea of infinite knowledge when we need to, but we don't really need to surf your internet in that sense.
Okay. I've been into studying cosmology.
Yes.
And I have a website called Mysteries of the Universe.
Oh, all right. Sounds exciting.
.info. And as I've heard I've only heard about 3 or 4 of your tapes. And it seems that it's in line with a lot of my theories, and that the universe is the forward flow of time itself is the expansion of the universe.
Well, in a sense, the idea of time is that it is a side effect of your consciousness shifting through billions of parallel realities every second. That's what time is. Do you understand that concept?
Yes. In fact, this cosmic onion model, each onion layer represents one time quantum, one Planck time's worth of the universe.
Yes.
And as our consciousness, or this wavefront I call the space now manifold, expands through that,
yes,
each one's like a hologram of the universe.
That more means it's a multiverse, not just a universe.
Correct.
All right.
And so each onion layer is parallel with the next onion layer.
Yes.
That's what we're perceiving as the passage and flow of time.
Yes. Because you're creating the continuity with your consciousness based on the idea of how you wish to experience the concept you call space and time.
So as far as physical reality is, I consider that to be a 4D hypersphere. However, that's in a broader context, higher dimensions of our mind,
yes,
our soul,
yes,
and our spiritual self, or higher selves.
Yes, the higher mind in that sense and the physical mind are 2 parts of the same person in a sense that you are. And thus then the soul, shall we say, divides itself for every incarnation into a higher mind, a template reality, which is the blueprint level in which the physical reality is laid out to be experienced and the theme to be explored is set, and then the physical mind that actually has the experience. Thus taking the, shall we say, unfired clay of the soul and firing it into the ceramic of the spirit that is specific to the experience of the incarnation. Thus adding to the different perspectives of the soul, which thus then adds to the overall perspectives of the oversoul, of which the individuated soul is an extension.
Okay. That brings us to an experience I'd like to share that is rather mind-boggling.
Oh, all right.
It's the most...
Some of the most mind-boggling experiences are the best kind, because it is very good now and then to boggle your mind.
Okay. I had a number of synchronicities starting on January the 17th, 1991, that suddenly 100 synchronicities fell in place that day.
Yes.
And it so blew me away that I
Where did it blow you to?
It sought me to seek God.
Which is more of yourself.
Okay. And that,
you understand you're an aspect of all that is, and thus then, to use your own term, holographically, you are also a version of all that is.
Which one of the most simple and profound expressions of that is, a friend of mine asked me what like a God consciousness would be like. And he says, imagine that God can look in through our hearts and see out of our eyes and experience our lives in the way that we do.
Yes, well, that is what God is doing.
Exactly. And so I explained to my friend, I says, right now, as we're having this conversation, we're connecting.
Yes.
And if you backtrack through your connection with God, God say, yes, you're getting it.
Well, each of you, you and your friend, is God talking to itself.
Yes.
Through a different perspective.
So I got to the point where I says,
this goes for all of you.
After fasting for over a week, after like almost a month of prayer, I said, okay, God, I'd like to see myself and the world through your eyes. And I whispered as deep in my heart as I could.
Yes.
I let go.
Yes.
And in that moment, I felt like I fell into a hand.
Yes.
And I was standing about an index finger tall in this hand. But as I looked across the room, as seen from the ceiling across the room, I saw myself sitting on where I was physically sitting.
Yes, yes, yes.
I said, "That's me." No, I'm me. That's my body.
Yes. You
I
have
says,
the duality, yes.
Yes. And so at that point, I separated from my physical self, and I said, "Oh my God, you know." And I said, "I know." And I'm
You
sorry.
said, oh my God, or did you say, oh my me?
No, I said, "Oh my God." And he says, "I know." And
Yes.
he says, "I'm sorry." He says, "I understand." And
Yes.
he says, "Well, how are you going to answer this question?"
Yes.
Because that really bugged me. And so as I looked into, I was separated like, the physical reality was like the aquarium.
Yes.
I was pulled out, and as the hand lifted me, I saw the rooftops of the condominium complex.
Yes.
The
You
west
expanded
coast
your
of the United
consciousness
States.
beyond the physical focus.
The Earth and the Moon just
Yes.
tens of thousands, millions,
Yes.
billions of stars, and then I saw
Yes.
the fuzzy oval of our Milky Way drop, and there's this vast darkness, and
Yes.
my stomach fell. And as he lifted me up to a height where I felt that I was right in front of his face, eye level with his eye. And as I stood out and I looked over the entire universe, I saw it as not as it appeared that day, but the entire span of time where I could take it all in,
Yes.
or I could focus in at any depth within
Yes,
this
yes.
hologram and
Yes.
see
Yes.
the galaxies crystallizing into
Yes.
existence. At the
All right,
beginning.
now, one moment.
Okay.
One moment. Take a breath.
Thank you.
Now, understand, and you don't need to go any further.
Okay.
Congratulations. Sounds very exciting. Sounds like a good day.
Yeah, it was quite memorable.
Yes. Now, the idea to understand is that as you say, as you describe, as you see that you saw all that, God is all that, and God experiences all that at once.
Exactly.
At once.
And that's
And
what I
that
got.
is all that is.
And that's what I got from that.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
then I asked this question, like, how am I going to, there's the Bible story of Satan speaking with Eve, and the tree of knowledge of good and
Yes,
evil.
yes.
And so I says, how are you going to explain that? I mean, I don't feel it's fair that we blame supposedly for that experience.
Well, then stop blaming yourselves.
Okay.
Because you
So-
created the negative side of that.
And it all connects in the next 3 sentences.
Yes.
Okay, so I said, okay, so how are you going to explain that? And I looked as if through a tunnel.
Yes.
And as I was still standing in the hand, my perception traveled down the tunnel, and I was aware that I was traveling back through time.
Yes.
And I
That's
saw,
the second sentence. Let's hear the explanation in the third sentence.
I saw through their hearts and their minds, as he said, for the day you eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, your eyes will be open.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, and he said that God was hiding.
That's
something.
a fourth sentence.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Stop right there.
All right.
Again, the idea, the euphemism, the symbol, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil really is an understanding of staying in the balance point in the center between the concepts of positive and negative experience and creation and belief. And so it's up to you to understand how to validate all of that so that you can choose what you prefer instead of invalidating what you don't prefer.
Okay.
That is sufficient. That is sufficient.
Okay.
Thank you for your sharing.
Good afternoon, Bashar.
And a good day.
I just wanted to start by giving a statement, which is thank you.
You are welcome. Thank you.
I would also like to say...
Wait a minute. What happened to you are welcome?
You are welcome.
Thank you.
When I first came up, I really didn't have a question for in my head, which is why I began with the statement, thank you. And as I look
You are
on
welcome.
that, the reason why I'm saying thank you is because in 2011,
Yes.
I also had a very good day,
Oh, all right.
in which case I had been going through a very deep and dark depression for the last 6 years. And
How
I decided,
exciting.
It did teach me a lot. It taught me what I needed to know and got me where I am
Then you are
today.
using it as compression and no longer defining it as a negative, which is what creates the natural act of compression to turn into depression.
Yes, and that way I did that in order to find a positive
Yes.
aspect. And
Remember that there is always, always, this is your yin-yang symbol, always going to be a little bit of light in the darkness, as there is always a little bit of darkness in the light, so that you can always access the other side from each side.
And I think that's exactly what happened, because I had to hit rock bottom before I could discover who I was.
Many of you use that technique. You go down as far as you can, so that from that point forward, the only direction is up.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Now, not that you have to do it that way, but since you did it that way, the idea, as you have done, is to treat it in a positive manner so that you can derive and extract the positive benefit from having done it that way, rather than spending any time berating or judging yourself for having done it that way, which only keeps you on the bottom where the rocks are.
That's what it took so long for me to come over that, was to not understand that until I had hit the rock bottom itself.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thank you for that. But the one day I decided that I was done feeling depressed. I didn't want to feel that way or ever
All right,
again.
all right.
And so I changed.
Thank you.
And it was just that simple. There's no other way
It
to
is
describe
that
it.
simple, thank you.
And so I started to discover who I was. And I said, I want to meet with love.
Yes.
If there is a God out there, and I don't know if no longer if there is, but I want to meet, if there's a God, it's love.
There is no God out there. God's in here.
And that is what I ended up finding out.
Well, congratulations.
In 2011, I did have what I would call the ascension experience.
All right.
Where I, much like the gentleman in front of me,
Yes.
felt very loved and cradled, and very, very much instantly became almost the size of the solar system.
All right.
Was everything I could feel that I was,
Yes.
everything there ever was, is, will be.
Yes. Now, the question for both of you in having created these good days is, will you choose to allow the good day to turn into the good week, the good month, the good year, the good life?
That's exactly what I want to do.
Then go right ahead. Nothing is stopping you, and you know that now. Yes? You know that now.
Yes, I do know that.
All right. So, if you ever find yourself thus then choosing to not have a good day, you now have the master key and the experience and the wherewithal to say, what would I have to believe is true to choose something I don't prefer? And then, of course, by investigating that and discovering what that is, you transform the negative into the positive and continue to thus then have a good day. Yes?
Yes, indeed.
All right. And so,
One of the issues I seem to be facing is I can't seem to accept that fact that I did all that on my own, and I somehow seem to want to hide that from myself, from other people. I don't go down the street and say, hey, I became all that was. Have a great day, you know?
well, that's all right, but the idea is that you can apply, and this again is the idea for both of you, in creating those experiences. The next question is, how do you apply that experience in your physical reality? How do you bring it in through the expressions of your excitement and act simply like an example of that energy? You don't necessarily, although you can, walk down the street and say, I've had this transcendent experience and I know all of you can too. Please have a good day. You can do that. But the idea is to then put this energy into action so that others can see in you, by what you do, an example of the expression of that energy, so that by acting as an example, you can show them, demonstrate to them how they could also choose to do that too. It would be perhaps helpful to take an aphorism from what you call the film industry. Show, don't tell.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So be the example. You don't have to stand on the corner and spout the example. That's not really being the example.
Yes.
When you see people getting caught up in the idea of spouting what other people should know, you can see quite clearly that they themselves are actually not showing what they're telling other people to do.
They're simply just.
So the idea is to really be the example, and that, to take it back to the biblical euphemism, is that when Yeshua, who you call Jesus, said, I am the way, all that actually means is, this is the way to be. Be this way.
Be like them.
Be like me. Do the things I do. And thus you will know that he didn't want Christians. He was telling you, you're all Christs.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes. Absolutely.
So
I do that
Yes.
just by following my highest joy.
And acting on your highest
Yes.
joy to the best of your ability, taking it as far as you can till you can take it no further every single moment that you can do this with absolutely zero, 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 zero insistence, assumption, or expectation as to what the outcome ought to be. Yes?
Yes.
All right. That's the whole formula. That's all there is to it. It is that simple. All you need to do is do it.
Great.
This is the year of reinvention. Reinvent yourself along those lines, and you will stretch that good day into a good week, month, year, and life. Yes? And before you know it, you'll be living in the present.
Yes. Now is all we have. Yes. Thank you.
Does that help you?
Yes, it does. Yes.
Thank you.
I would just like to close this the same way I began it,
Yes.
just by saying thank you. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And a you good day.
Good day. So excited to be here.
So are we.
So I have been acting on my highest excitement to the best of my ability
Thank
every
you.
moment, and it's been exciting.
Well, what do you know?
I guess
You guess?
well, I'm confused, so I'm asking a question.
Oh, all right.
I guess I'm looking for direction, exciting direction.
That way.
Direction that I would feel is exciting.
What do you mean
that I
by
haven't-
direction?
I guess
If you stay in the present and simply keep acting on the thing at any given moment that contains the highest excitement, then by acting on that, it will lead you in the correct direction for you. The direction is contained in the action. This is what we mean, again, as we said in the beginning of this transmission, really understand the tools that we're sharing with you. When we say excitement is a complete kit, do you understand the dictionary definition of the word complete?
yes,
Then why would direction be left out of it?
because I was looking for it.
Exactly. If you understand and stay in the present and simply take the action on the thing that excites you at any given moment and let it lead you where it leads you, you will understand that direction is built in. Yes?
Yes.
And it will always lead you to the next thing, the next place, with whom you need to act, when you need to act with them, so on and so forth, give you the information when you need it. It will always contain that. It's a complete kit.
What about moments when I'm confused on what's exciting? Like,
Then allow yourself to examine at any moment what seems to be exciting. If it seems to be equally exciting, you usually don't have the same ability to act on each one. If you do have the same ability to act on each one, then it doesn't matter which one you choose. You could flip a coin if you wanted. Again, being that it's a complete kit, if that wasn't really the most efficient or path of least resistance for you that you chose, it will contain what it needs to contain to turn you around in the other direction. It's a complete kit.
thank you for reiterating, Bashar.
Thank you. Does this help you?
Greatly.
Is that sufficient?
I am hesitating, not sure why.
Is there something else you wish to discuss?
Yes?
Proceed.
I'm not sure.
Are you sure you're not sure?
That's exactly where I'm at. I am not sure, but I don't have a question. But I
Then
want to
you can
discuss
simply
something.
make statements. You don't have to have questions. Make statements that you believe or know are true for you if you wish. It's up to you. You don't have
Yes,
to.
just, okay. Well, I mean, right now in my life, what I find,
Do you see what I'm giving you? I'm giving you an opportunity to decide what's exciting for you. Is it exciting for you to make a statement? Is it exciting for you to think of another question? Or is it simply more exciting for you to sit down?
I suppose it's more exciting to make a statement. I like talking with you.
Well, all right. So act on whatever at this moment, out of all the opportunities available to you, is the most exciting one.
All right.
That's what we're giving you a chance to do.
Thank you for this lesson.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, in my life right now, what I find very exciting is I've
Yes.
been making fermented food and I've been like exercising a lot. And I've
Oh,
just
all
been
right.
working on these things. And
Yes, and having fun, yes?
yeah, that's really pretty much my highest joy
All right. Are you doing them in the most exciting way you can be doing them? Where it would be the most exciting to do it? With whom it would be the most exciting to do it? Because if you're leaving any of those components out, you're not actually acting on your excitement in a holistic way.
Right.
Right. The complete kid idea needs to come from your direction too.
Right.
Yes?
Yes.
And to not have a contradictory definition of excitement.
Such as?
Well, in a sense, as you did. I am acting my excitement, but my excitement wouldn't contain the automatic understanding of what direction to go in. That's a contradictory definition.
Gotcha.
Understand? Because if it really is a definition of your excitement, why wouldn't it automatically contain an understanding of what direction to go in? Yes?
Right. Yes.
So don't contradict yourself.
Thank you.
Make sense?
Yes, Bashar. Thank you.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bashar.
We hope you find great excitement in rejoining your seat.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, Shivai.
I'm very excited to ask these questions.
Oh, all right. Go right ahead.
Now, in the theme of 2014 as the year of reinvention,
Yes.
I'd like to discuss some of the environmental issues that we have going on back home in Australia
Yes.
and here in North America as well.
All right.
Now, we're trying to,
I beg your pardon.
we are battling.
You are what?
Battling?
Battling. Is that the energy you want?
No, and that's what
Why
I
did you
speak
use
about.
that word?
Yeah, I couldn't really think of a more appropriate one, which is what the problem is, essentially.
What the what is?
You got me.
Battling. Problems. No wonder that you are having a tough time.
Yeah.
You're coming at it in a tough way, in a difficult way. Why are you walking the path of difficulty?
This is a good point.
Thank you. We often make them.
Yeah. Now, as a collective community, we're...
Yeah, she just ran right by that.
You're welcome.
Let's discuss.
Great.
Why are you walking the path of difficulty? If it was such a good point, don't you want to explore it?
Yeah, let's explore it.
All right, thank you. It's up to you. You don't have to.
No, let's make it happen.
All right, you don't have to make it happen. You just have to allow it to happen. Where did you come up with all of these negative definitions that you say you don't prefer but keep using?
Possibly some belief systems that...
Oh, they are belief systems,
that
yes,
really
I'm
don't
saying.
serve me anymore
Where did you
at
pick them
all.
up from on the way?
Maybe TV?
Maybe TV?
Maybe the parents?
Maybe the parents, maybe
politics.
the society, maybe friends, maybe other things. Yes, well, if you don't prefer them, why are you still lugging them around? Isn't it tiring?
It is so
Well,
tiring.
why not lighten up
Right,
by lightening up on yourself?
I will.
All right, so stop battling.
Okay.
Stop trying. Yes?
Sounds good.
All right, so remember, again, the idea is, are you taking action in the direction of your excitement in an exciting way, or are you fighting fire with fire and just making a bigger fire?
I'm so glad you asked that question because for the first time, I'm definitely working in my highest excitement to achieve the best possible outcome.
Then where's the water that extinguishes the fire instead of battling? Where's the soothing? Where's the communication? Where's the peace? Please remember something that we said some time ago. You don't get peace by hating war. You get peace by loving peace. You understand?
Absolutely.
So, if you wish the idea of peaceful transformation, you must use the tools of peace. You must use the energy of peace, not the energy of conflict, not the language of conflict.
I completely agree.
There you go. So then, knowing that and being willing to move forward in that way on the things that excite you, how will you now be different?
Well, I would like to join in with the collective community in some form of an action or vision or something that we can do together.
Yes.
To
One that
create
you
what
will
we would
invent?
like. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Absolutely.
You're the one up here talking. Why not take, what was that word? The point position. Oh. You said I made a good point.
Yeah.
Why don't you make a good point? and be the point person for the idea of a creative, loving, peaceful activity that will allow you to accelerate in the direction you say you prefer.
All right, I've got a point, I think. I'd love to share it.
Yes?
So I feel that as a collective community here and everywhere in the world,
Yes.
we could hold the vision of the earth just thriving. You know,
Yes.
exactly how we see in Avatar.
Of
Because
course.
why not?
But
That's
the
what I wanna create.
idea, again, is not just to hold the vision. The idea is for you, as we already just discussed, to behave like you're living in that reality so that others can see the vision in you as an example. And if you thus then live that way, others will join you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You will be inspired by being in that state. You'll be inspired to do and say the things that need doing and saying so that others will become aware of what your vision is. And if they prefer to match that vision, then you will all move forward as a community. But someone has to take the first step. And since you're here talking about it, and it's your particular vision and your particular expression, why not be the one who simply exemplifies that?
Thank you for the nudge in the right direction.
Yes, we are happy to nudge. If you remain a little bit stubborn about it, we are happy to kick you in the pants, too.
Sounds good. And with that too, I guess it's all about what I've realized is creating more of what we do want rather than what we don't. So instead of protesting and rallying, no fracking, no mining, you know, let's start rallying for clean energy and protecting the ocean. Actually, no, not protecting, because that then implies that it needs
Thank
protecting.
you for picking up on that.
Awesome. But more saying,
Yes.
yeah, just how great stuff is.
Did you see what recently happened in one of your Asian countries with regard to the idea of the so-called protesters and the police?
No, please give me an update.
You will find that because the so-called protesters were simply in a peaceful way expressing the idea of allowing the corruption in their government to change, the line of policemen that were sent out by the government to resist them actually sat down. And they all started hugging each other and crying.
Oh, wow.
This exists on your planet. Look it up. And that's a perfect example of another way to go about the idea. Yes?
Yes.
Look it up.
Okay, I got one more question. Oh, no. Yeah, one. Let's do one.
Oh, all right, if you insist.
I would like to talk about sex.
Go ahead. Talk
Making
about.
love,
Oh, wait a
act
minute.
of the orgasm.
Let me repeat it in the way that you did. Go ahead and talk about sex. May I ask why you framed it in a whisper?
You know,
Come on.
isn't that a song? Like, let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
Yes.
Entertainment factor, you know. Anyway, so in my belief system, I hold that the act of making love is about creating more of what is.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if you approve or
If I
recommend
what?
or if,
If I approve.
yeah.
Are you asking me on a date?
Do you want to be asked on a date, Bashar? We'll go ahead. I'll leave it there.
Do you think that if I, in any way, shape, or form, was excited about being asked on a date, that I would be shy about it?
Not at all.
Thank you. So please go ahead. Talk about sex.
So I'm thinking that the wonderful energy generated from a climax that is experienced by two people at the same time
Yes.
could be a wonderful opportunity to hold the visualization that we want of the world
Could be.
and channel that energy into creating the better world.
What a lovely permission slip.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks for that.
I had nothing to do with it.
Okay, and then just finally, can you talk to me a little bit about 440 hertz versus 432 hertz, the natural earth resonance, and how we can also use that as a permission slip or a tool?
Since you have brought up the question and recognized that it can be used as a permission slip, I will leave that up to your imagination, since it's your permission slip that you're attracted to.
Fantastic. And can you just
Nope.
elaborate
Nope,
on
nope,
that?
nope, nope, nope.
Okay, cool. All right,
Not at
432
this
hertz.
time.
Sounds good. Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you.
Greetings, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thank you. A simple question.
Speak up, speak up.
Okay, is this better? Okay. With the awareness that we being human beings,
Yes.
is the manifestation of love
Yes.
in the flesh.
Yes.
I would like to know your definition of love.
It is unconditional love is the actual frequency of existence itself. Does that help?
I'd like more.
There is no more. That is it. It is the vibration of existence itself. It is thus then unconditionally supportive, unconditionally allowing, unconditionally loving. That's what it is. You can express it in a variety of ways, and different dimensions, such as physical reality, may have different ways of bringing that energy, that vibration, that frequency through themselves, aligning with it and expressing it. But fundamentally, it is the prime vibration, the prime frequency of all that is, of existence, of God itself.
Okay.
That's your
So-
interpretation of it in your dimensional reality.
So for clarity, then it is the manifestation of our highest self being love manifested in flesh.
That is one way to put it, but that's an expression that has to do with the idea of how that vibration of love translates into a physical experience.
Right.
But you asked for the pure definition of love itself. And that simply goes back to the idea of existence itself, of which, of course, everything is a part. But when you want to discuss, well, how does that translate? How is that vibration expressed or applied in different dimensional realities?
Or
Then yes.
The manifestation
Yes.
of it.
The
and
manifestation is
demonstration of
created
it.
by the higher mind expressing the idea through a physical incarnation of alignment with that vibration by first unconditionally loving the self as a reflection of all that is, and then expressing that idea of unconditional love outward to all manifestations and reflections of itself, which is others.
And with that expression, is that just in acceptance of self and others?
It is.
Okay.
It is in appreciation, it is in allowance, it is in acceptance. It is in alignment with the understanding that you are an aspect of all that is, that you are all that is, experiencing itself as an aspect of itself. It's this and that, not this or that. It's this and that, because it's self-reflective.
So in the being love,
Yes.
and in that demonstration and the manifestation of it,
Yes.
we must, or we must will to accept one another.
Yes.
Unconditionally.
Now, unconditional acceptance and unconditional allowance comes with compassion. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have preferences. You can prefer and not prefer. That doesn't mean that just because you don't prefer something or something is recognized as vibrationally incompatible with you, doesn't mean that you can't love it unconditionally. But you don't have to accept something in your reality that is not what you prefer. And in fact, the idea of really only being an example of what you prefer and showing others by demonstrating what you prefer and what you don't, that is true and not true for you, is actually the greatest act of love, because then they know who they're dealing with.
Authentic, yeah.
Yes, you
being
are
real.
authentic, yes.
So it's to bottom line and
Yes.
in simplicity, it is just to be real.
Yes, it is to be your true self.
Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you.
Greetings, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
It is wonderful to see you again.
You are not really seeing me, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Thank you. Yes. I have a few questions I would love to ask you. One is, when I go to sleep, I tend to travel.
All right.
When I wake up, sometimes I find myself paralyzed,
Yes.
and I'm not sure how to get back how to get back fully without being paralyzed.
Well, that may just be your technique of making sure that you're realigning with the proper dimensional parallel reality that you wish to inject yourself into. You see, the idea of shifting dimensions sometimes requires the idea, or a side effect of shifting dimensions creates the idea of what you're experiencing as paralysis, because in a sense you have to make sure that the vibrational frequency of the dimension you're going to is precise so that you can wind up where you want to wind up. And reinserting yourself sometimes can be that you just need to align yourself there and make sure that you don't move before you're ready to move, or you could actually find yourself shifting to a reality you didn't prefer to. So that may just be your technique of exit and re-entry.
I see.
Now, it may change over time, but it's nothing to worry about.
Thank you. Sometimes during this past year,
Yes.
for several days, I will find myself unable to speak properly, as if I'm speaking another language
All right.
and no one can understand me.
All right. Sometimes that's a good thing.
I am curious, in those moments, am I in a different dimension communicating?
Well, in
or-
a sense, what you're actually doing for the most part is, because you're expanding your awareness, you're expanding your ability to perceive other aspects of reality, including other simultaneous existences in what you would call past, future lives, simultaneous reality incarnations, and so on and so forth, which all exist at once. You understand that? Past and future are illusions.
Yes.
All lives exist at once, and all experiences exist at once, and all reality exists at once, here and now. But when you expand your awareness, when you expand your consciousness, you're going to start finding things, in a sense, cross-connecting, leaking in. And at first it may seem a little bit confusing until you can kind of sort it out in a way that makes sense for you in the dimension in which you prefer to focus. So there may be a little bit of cross-wiring for a while, but again, you'll learn how to get used to that.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And pretty soon you will be clear, because you're realizing there are other ways of communicating, and that the concept of physical language isn't necessarily the most efficient. So you are exploring other ways to be expressive, or to find a way to be more efficient in whatever forms of language that you choose to use. So you're just kind of disconnecting, in a sense, so that you can reconnect in a way that you prefer to.
Yes.
Notice a theme here. Yes, notice a pattern here. The idea of being out of body, figuring out how to reconnect, the idea of expanding to other awareness, figuring out how to reconnect with that. You are reassessing yourself, and in a sense, what you're actually describing is one of the symptoms of reinventing yourself. So you could say you're a little bit ahead of the curve, if you wish.
Thank you.
You understand?
Yes.
These are the kinds of symptoms that we have talked about. In the idea of accelerating your awareness and becoming more of who you are, there may be momentary confusion about who you are or how to express yourself, but these are the natural symptoms of expanding yourself and coming from a new perspective, a new reality level. So it'll subside, it'll straighten itself out. All you need to do is keep acting to the best of your ability on your excitement. Why? Because it's a complete kit, and it will help you straighten out by leading you into the situations and circumstances that will give you more insight into what it is you need to do to smooth everything out and know that you are communicating just perfectly in the way that you need to. Yes?
Thank you. And
Yes?
a week ago, I was laying on a bed of selenite crystal
Yes?
and going through a guided meditation
All right.
where I left my body
Yes?
and they were calling me back. The people here on earth were then calling me back into my body.
Well, all right, yes.
For some reason, I found myself crying, but I wasn't sad crying.
I understand.
So I was curious, could you tell me what
Many
what's
times you
going
will
on?
find that when you are at a point where you're ready to let go of belief systems that no longer work for you, you will cry. You will have a release, an emotional release, because you see, any kind of a belief system that you incorporate within yourself will create, because of your choice to have a physical experience, will create a chemical component that goes along with that particular belief. And so when you're ready to let go of a certain belief, you actually have to wash that chemical constituent molecularly out of your body, and you usually do it through tears.
I see. Thank
understand?
you. Yes. Last week I was hiking through Indian Canyon,
Yes.
and as I touched the palm trees there, all of a sudden a beautiful Native American woman appeared.
Yes.
Could you tell me more about her, who she was?
You met a counterpart version of yourself in what you would call a parallel life, to reflect to yourself that you're starting to perceive more of who you are.
I see. Thank you. As I continued on that.
Take a bow.
As I continued on the hike, I met upon another Native American,
Yes.
beautiful white plumage headdress.
Yes.
And there was a shaman, an Indian shaman that came along with him, and they were
Yes.
there to gift me with something.
All right.
Could you tell me
Don't
more?
ask us who they were. Because you're still in process with that.
Oh, I am.
Yes, and we can't intervene with the process. There are still
see.
things unfolding about what it is you were given.
Ah, yes.
We can't spoil the surprises. Being this close to your Christmas, we can't open your presents for you.
Thank you, Bashar. Yes, and end of last week, I was walking on a labyrinth that was built on top of 2 vortexes over in Joshua Tree. As I was walking, I noticed not only Native Americans there, but also other cosmic beings there.
Yes.
Could you tell
Well,
me
that's
more
what a
about
vortex is, isn't it? Don't you understand what a vortex is? It's a dimensional gateway that connects to many other realities. So if you're increasing your ability in your senses to perceive beyond the physical realm, what do you think is going to happen when you walk into a vortex?
Yes,
It's
so-
like walking into a party. You only expect to see one person in the party?
Yes.
There are going to be people from everywhere at the party.
Yes.
So that's what you're doing. If you expand your senses, the veils are becoming thinner to you. You can perceive through what was heretofore invisible. And you will thus then see more of what's actually going on around you all the time, but was heretofore invisible to you.
Yes.
So this is not, in a sense, a cause for surprise. These are the natural expansions of your senses that go hand in hand with the expansion of your consciousness.
Yes. Could you tell me where I went? Which cosmos?
I
is
just
connected
told you
with?
you were in a vortex, which is a hub and a connection point to many different dimensions.
I see.
So you were in the middle, in a hub of a crisscross, a crossroads of many different dimensional experiences.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Thank
So
you.
you were in all of them at once.
How exciting.
You didn't go to any one specifically. You were in all of them at once at the crossroads.
How exciting.
Yes? Yes, it is
Thank
exciting.
You. Thank you.
So have fun.
Thank you so much. Could you also tell me more about EMFs,
Electromagnetic frequencies.
Yes, I find myself to be, ever since I was young, very sensitive.
What have I been saying? What have I been saying? Why are you asking the same question in different clothing? You have very sensitive senses that allow you to become a better receptive antenna for higher frequency energies.
So, and let me phrase it this way then. Are there
Oh,
processes?
you think it's going to actually be a different question?
No, are there processes I can use to make myself less sensitive?
No, you don't want to make yourself less sensitive. You want to channel the sensitivity in a way that allows you to feel more comfortable with it. And the way to do that is stop making as much difference between who you were and who you are. Because it is the differences that creates resistance. The difference in your definition between who you were and who you actually are. The more you recognize who you really are and behave as if you know that's who you are, the less difference there will be in the definition of yourself between who you were and what's happening. And when there is less difference in that definition, it'll be more aligned with what's happening, and it will be more comfortable, more natural for you, and you'll know how to express it in a way that doesn't feel difficult for you.
Okay.
You understand?
Thank you.
So that's what it takes. That's it.
That's it. Thank you so much, Bashar.
Thank you.
Much love.
Nania,
That's me.
is it time for your nutrition break?
Yeah, I was just going to tell you, I'm really hungry, and I think it's time.
Then we will continue this transmission after your nutrition break. Enjoy and absorb more than just food. We will reconnect after your break. would say let us continue the transmission with the continuation of your question interactions, if you wish. All right, well, thank you, but that wasn't really cause for applause.
Hello, Bashar.
And you, good day.
Good to be here with you again.
And you as well.
Last time I spoke with you, you offered me the permission slip of exploring the connections I have with Orion, Sirius, Pleiades, and Arcturus
Yes.
in my artwork.
Yes.
And
what have you done?
So the suggestion was to make 4 distinct objects
Yes.
to see what the reflection was. And so I set aside 1 day for each object.
All right.
And what happened was I found that I was able to manifest incredibly quickly.
What a shock.
Yeah, and clearly.
Double shock.
Yes, which is a wonderful feeling to have
It
in my
is.
studio. So what happened was instead of creating 4 objects, it became 1 symbol
All right.
with 4 different parts that were interacting.
All right.
Yeah,
Whatever
so-
your imagination decides to alter the idea to is what works best for you. It is important to trust your imagination in that way because it's key to the vibration of your true self.
Yes, so that was.
So thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
And
Seeing that symbol did spark my curiosity
yes.
for some symbols I came across last spring in Boston. I was in the Arboretum with a few friends, and
Yes.
we came across these symbols that seemed to appear instantaneously in the dirt. And I've held my curiosity for.
In which hand? Is it getting heavy?
It's dropping in. It's becoming something that I want to look at or
Oh, all
understand
right.
more.
Oh, well, all right. Go right ahead.
So
Yes.
I'm wondering what if there's a star system associated with those symbols we came across.
Yes. It's called the solar system.
Oh wow.
Yours. In other words, it is similar to the idea that even though it may be connected interdimensionally to a multitude of things, the manifestation end of it, the appearance of it in your reality, is to some degree a product of a dialogue between your consciousness and the consciousness of the earth itself, similar in a sense to the concept that you call crop circles. You understand?
Yes, yeah.
So you are allowing yourself to become sensitive enough, allowing your space-time reality to become malleable enough to create synchronicities of symbolic dialogue between you and the consciousness of the earth. Now, what do you want to do with that, creatively speaking?
I will have to see where my excitement leads me
Yes,
with
you
that.
will.
Yes.
And?
And okay, so moving on to a different question.
Yes.
My meditations have become really wonderful
Yes,
recently.
yes.
And I had one the other week where I was out in this desert landscape of sorts, and a contact crystal actually descended from the sky and keyed into my heart chakra.
All right.
And then came out of my heart chakra and became this
Yes.
plane that I
Yes.
stepped onto. And
All right. So you gave yourself a very fascinating permission slip imagery to allow you to shift to a certain vibrational level that would allow for a certain kind of communication with other level dimensional consciousness.
yes, and a being appeared that I recognized as a teacher.
Yes.
Which was very exciting to me
Yes.
because I feel like I've been wanting to have that kind of contact.
All right. Well, there you go.
Yes, and my curiosity now is if there's a human counterpart to this teacher or a physical counterpart.
Can't tell you that.
Okay.
Not allowed to.
Okay. So meditation, perhaps I'm experiencing that works for.
That is your method right now, if that is what you are most strongly attracted to. There will be more information that will unfold in the appropriate timing.
Okay.
In terms of the idea of your curiosity, that is all well and good, but remember that when you allow yourself to create that kind of an experience and you allow yourself to create a certain energy state with it, the idea is to also act from that state and apply that energy into your physiological reality creatively, as you already know. So the idea of your curiosity is all well and good, but your curiosity will be satisfied when you allow yourself to continue to apply the state physically. Yes?
So taking the energy or messages, information,
and acting within that energy, from that energy, creatively, will allow you to create things that will reveal to you the things you're curious about.
I see.
So your curiosity is letting you know there is something there to discover, but you need to take the action that will create the circumstance that will then be a reflection of that discovery for you.
Yes, I think perhaps that's why seeing this symbol that I created the other week with the 4 different parts, that was an exciting action because I thought that's a way for me to understand more about the symbols.
So take more actions, you will reveal more information about what is hiding in your curiosity.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Remember that every question contains the answer, and all you need to do is take the action of taking the little bent over question mark and straightening it out into an exclamation point.
Wonderful, yes.
All right.
Another thing, I just want to express gratitude for the abundance that's been coming into my life. And just realizing that it does come in lots of different forms.
Yes, but let's be more precise, shall we?
Yes.
I totally understand what you say, and I am not attempting to get you to walk on eggshells with your language, but the idea is to understand that the abundance is already there all the time. What you're actually expressing is the revelation of the abundance you already had.
Yes.
Not that it's coming into your life, that you are revealing to yourself the abundance that's always been there, and that's the difference.
Yes, yeah.
Make sense?
Yes.
Remember, everything is here and now. It's the second law of creation. So you don't attract things from elsewhere to you. You reveal things to yourself that are already here by making the invisible visible by matching its frequency. Yes?
Yes.
All right.
And what appeared for me this week is this bamboo flute, which is, it's
yes.
exciting.
So you are going to make magical music with the flute?
Yes, I am.
And, all right.
It's just wonderful because it was gifted to me.
Yes.
I won it in a raffle, so it's just came into my life with such ease that.
Oh my goodness, can you stand it?
I can
you
hardly
stand how
it.
simple and how easy it can actually be to manifest? Of course, you can always overcomplicate it. You can always make it more difficult if that's what you enjoy. But nevertheless, you have now allowed yourself to begin to see it is that easy, it is that simple, it is that magical. Yes?
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good night.
Good day.
Good evening, Bashar.
And you good day.
I want to say thank you for your presence and for your state of being.
Thank you for yours.
You're welcome. I have a couple questions.
Yes.
It's a 2-part question.
Oh, all right. Does that mean you have a 2-part question and then another question?
No.
Oh, all right.
I have spent the last 13 years of my life as a teacher.
Yes.
And I teach high school, and I draw a great amount of passion and joy from doing the work with teens who are inner city youth who deal with a lot of poverty.
All right. And if that is your passion, you are teaching high school by teaching school high.
Thank you. And I enjoy it, and yet...
was that the pun you were looking for?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I deeply enjoy it, and it gives me a great sense of joy.
Yes.
And I also see myself as a student.
Of course, always.
Of this work.
So are we. We are teachers and students all.
And I'm trying to find a bridge.
You are what?
I'm
finding
a bridge.
Thank you.
Thank you. Between myself as a teacher and the student self that I am.
All right.
So things have led me to your work.
Yes.
I have this.
May I ask you a question before you continue?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. One moment. Teacher!
Yes, Bashar.
Oh, thank you. Why did you phrase the idea as if you are looking for a bridge between the teacher and the student, thus in that statement automatically assuming there's a chasm?
Yeah. Because that's how I perceive it.
And why do you perceive it that way instead of as a holistic idea?
Well, because I teach curriculum and I have to sneak the spiritual into the classroom. Sneak it. I can't be obvious, so I have to sneak it in and do it in subtle ways. And then as a student, I can immerse myself into the spiritual practices and spiritual study.
All right, but what you have described doesn't necessarily in any way mean that you have to create a chasm in your definition between the two ideas. You are still teaching, you are still learning, and the idea is that whatever way your imagination seeks to present it will be fine.
Okay.
But that methodology, that presentation, that expression doesn't necessarily have to, in any way, shape, or form, intimate that there's a chasm there.
Okay.
You follow?
Yes, I do.
All right. So when you say, I'm looking for a bridge, what are you actually saying? Are you saying that you would like to do this in another methodology? You would like to express it more fully somehow, more outwardly somehow, rather than having to sneak around? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe.
Maybe. All right. Well, how does your imagination envision that that could actually work for you?
I am still trying to develop.
You are still what?
I'm still developing my imagination.
Sorry, we are selectively deaf to certain words.
Indeed. Indeed. A part of my development in that has been a student and finding ways that I can approach that
All
bridge.
right. Well, then as a student, your home fun assignment
Yes.
is to use your imagination to envision how you can create a scenario, a reality in which you can express whatever it is you wish to teach in the way in which you wish to teach it. Because remember, we said if you're acting on your excitement but not acting on it in the way you wish to, where you wish to, how you wish to, with whom you wish to, you're not really fully acting on your excitement.
Sure.
Any component that is missing will not allow the excitement to actually be experienced by you in a holistic way. Yes?
Okay.
So how else can you do this? How else can you teach and be a student and teach in the way that you wish to, where you wish to, how you wish to, with whom you wish to?
I am looking for that. I am
looking for it. Well, if it doesn't exist, let's say hypothetically it doesn't exist on your planet at this time, then what? What are you left with?
making my classroom as close to my imagination as possible.
What else are you left with? Be bolder in your answer. Be bolder.
Creating it myself.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. So the idea, again, is if you understand the tool of excitement and you know that excitement and acting on it leads to all other excitement, by taking and acting out the most exciting version, if there is another version that already exists, acting on whatever version is most exciting will lead you to it.
Yes.
Do you understand?
I do.
And then you don't necessarily have to create it in the way you think. If it exists, you'll be led to it by your excitement, and then you can know that in that sense you have created it in your reality by attracting yourself to it, by using excitement as a tool to do that.
Sure.
Make sense?
Totally.
And if you don't find it, if you don't run into it, then yes, you can create it, as you say in your language, from scratch.
Sure.
It's up to you. But you must act on the most exciting version of it first.
Okay.
That will lead to all other excitement. That's the driving engine of excitement. That's the organizing principle of excitement. That's the complete kit of excitement. You must act on the highest excitement version first.
Okay.
Not because you expect that that version has to come to fruition, but the idea of acting on it will place you where you need to be placed, one way or the other, because that's the driving engine.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Does that help?
That helps.
All
that helps a
right.
lot.
Anything else?
It is. Yeah, I have one other question, and that is, as a student, I have been led to you through an affinity, intrigue of channeled material. And I started with the Seth material, and that led me to the Abraham material, and Orrin and Dobbin, and then to you.
Yes.
And in this process, I wanted to see, because I said, why is this material still always coming across my path? And I made contact with a entity that revealed itself to me under the name ANCE, ANCE,
All right.
and gives me information really on a personal level, a lot of encouragement, and I don't always access that state of being because of different belief systems. But I was wondering if you had information about any energy surrounding me or anything coming to you about
You
this.
need to add the beginning to that word. It's given you part of the word.
Right.
You need to complete the rest of it.
So it's anything that I can add to that adverb. So guidance.
Not anything specifically.
Okay.
You are being given a chance
Oh.
to be yourself.
Oh.
You need to add the CH. You need to participate. You need to collaborate. You need to become who you truly are in order to give yourself a chance to experience it in your life.
Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Bashar.
I knew you. Good day.
My first question is about excitement.
Yes.
It seems to be the main tool I'm hearing about for manifestation.
It is one and main, yes.
Being a musician, I see a lot of things that look exciting but could lead to burnout and destruction.
Not possible. Again, listen to your definition. Things that are truly the definition of excitement cannot contain contradictory energy. If it contains contradictory energy, your definition, it's not a definition of excitement.
It feels like excitement.
At the first,
Yeah.
But if you choose things along the way that lead to burnout, then somewhere along the way you have chosen something other than your excitement.
Okay.
Because you cannot have a definition of excitement that contains a contradictory experience to things that are truly exciting.
So at the time, you just pause.
Yes.
And
At every step, you need to take a moment to decide for yourself whether the next choice you're making is actually still in alignment with true excitement, your true vibration, or whether you are actually choosing something that is out of alignment with your true vibration.
Understood.
Does that help?
Yes.
All right.
Continuing, what
Well,
other...
let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
You say you are musical.
Yes.
Well, do you not know the difference between a harmonic and a discordant sound?
Yeah, I do.
Well, there you go. All you have to do is pay attention to the real vibration that's going on at any given moment and play the notes you really prefer to play instead of playing the discordant ones.
Mm-hmm.
You follow?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
While we're talking about tools of manifestation,
Yes.
the main one that I heard today was excitement. Is there any others that you could tell me about?
Well, there are many definitional changes that can surround the concept of manifestation. And the other one you actually heard was the idea that manifestation is not bringing something to you that you don't already have.
It's revealing it to you.
It is revealing to you what's already there by matching its frequency.
Okay.
And the way you match its frequency is by acting on your highest excitement. Because if the manifestation is truly a representation of your excitement, then the manifestation will be there when you are in that vibration. Just remember, another tool, you cannot experience what you're not the vibration of first.
So you have to raise your own frequency too.
You have to be the vibration of the reality, or you cannot experience the things that are germane to that reality.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple physics. Again, once again, your own Einstein said so. You cannot solve a problem from the same level in which the problem was created. You have to go to another level to find the solution, because solutions are a different vibration than the idea of the initial challenge. So you have to be the vibration first, then you will be inspired and attractive to the synchronicities and the thoughts and the ideas that come hand in hand with that vibration. If you are not that vibration, then all the doors that may be right there in front of you will be completely invisible to you. Except the doors that will be visible will be those that reinforce the vibration that you're in, which may not be the vibration you prefer. Remember, there is positive and negative synchronicity. So whatever vibratory level you are on is what will reinforce what you experience your reality to be and what you experience of the opportunities made available to you. Yes, makes sense?
Makes sense.
All right. Anything else?
Yes.
Yes.
Next question. I've recently started channeling,
Oh, all right.
but it feels...
In what fashion?
Well, first it's basically doing it with my eyes closed.
Well, what I
trying to
mean
connect.
is vocal channeling, automatic writing,
No.
psychic reading, tarot
Automatic
reading,
writing
automatic writing.
at
all right.
first, and then
Yes.
vocal channeling, but
All
it
right.
feels
Yes.
very subtle and distant.
It is.
When I'm channeling music, it's very natural for me.
Well, there you go.
But when I'm channeling my spirit guide or whatever,
Yes.
it feels like I'm not really, it's not as real as it could be. Do you have any advice?
Then don't make as much a difference between the idea of channeling the music and channeling the guide. You're making a definitional difference between the two when there really isn't one. It's all vibration, it's all frequency, it's all resonance, yes? It's just that you're more familiar with the resonance of music. You just need the same degree of familiarity with the resonance of your guide.
So just practice.
Yes, just practice. And if you're channeling vocally, are you doing it for a group of people or just by yourself?
Both.
All right. Do you feel that it's stronger when you're doing it for a group of people?
No.
Why not?
Because there's the judgment aspect to it.
And why are you judging yourself? You see, the thing about vocal channeling that you need to be prepared to do is you need to be prepared to not channel anything. You need to be prepared to look silly. You need to be prepared to be wrong. You need to be prepared to not care what's coming through you. You cannot have the idea of self-reflective judgment. Otherwise, you are slowing the process down. You're intervening with the flow of energy and information because you're worried about how it looks, how it sounds.
Expectations.
Absolutely. That's why we say you have to drop the expectation. You have to just be the pure instrument, the pure vessel. You have to know that whatever comes through, no matter how odd or strange it may seem, or how incoherent, you can't in any way, shape, or form judge it negatively. You have to know that whatever happened is what needed to happen at that moment. It's part of the process. That's all there is to it. Just like when you first learned music, were you not a little bit halting?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, just like that. Yeah. So the idea is that with practice, with understanding, with, in a sense, getting out of your way, with dropping the over-analytical point of view, then you will simply allow it to flow. That's all.
Got it.
Does that help?
Yes, it does.
All right. And
Last question quickly. Do you, I've been really interested in first contact, a global first contact.
So are we.
So I'm sure this is my first contact right now, but I mean a global.
Not necessarily.
Massive first contact for everyone to see. Do you foresee anything like that happening?
As we have said, first of all, understand, of course, there's no such thing as a prediction of the future. There is only a sensing of the energy that exists at the time the prediction is made. If that energy doesn't change, then it may manifest. If it does change, something else will happen. However, if there's a great deal of momentum, a great deal of energy behind something, and it seems unlikely to change, then a high degree of probability will allow the idea of a so-called prediction to manifest. And in this context, the idea of our interactions with you would make it seem as if, as we have said before, that the highest degree of probability for open contact on your world will occur sometime in the window of your years 2025 to 2033.
Cool.
Whatever temperature you want it to be.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
How are you? Good day.
Good day, thank you. I live in the States now, but I'm originally from...
You live in what state?
Oh, U.S., yes.
Oh, all right. The state of us.
Yes. But
We live in the state of we.
Can I start my question?
I see we're in a hurry.
I'm originally from Japan.
No, all right.
So aside from English language books and videos, I
Yes.
refer to Japanese spiritual books and YouTube videos.
Yes.
And there are more and more evidence to support the theory that one of the lost tribes of Israel ended up in Japan.
Nope.
Okay, all right. All right. I just wanted to know your opinion.
That is our perspective of reading the collective energy of your world.
Okay. So
that is not what you would call a precise definition.
Okay, so there is no connection between Judaism and Shintoism?
I didn't say there was no connection. I answered your first question in the way that you asked it. I didn't say there was no connection.
Oh.
Information can travel a long way without necessarily having the actual tribe of people deliver it. You understand?
Okay, okay. Yeah, because all the information I got is from Japanese source. I just wanted to know if there is, and I haven't seen anything in English source. So that's why I wanted to ask. And they're saying that Shintoism is heavily based on influence on Judaism. So
Well, in actual fact, the precursors of Judaism and Shintoism are actually based on something even older that was common. That's why you're seeing the similarity. Is there are older precepts and older understandings that splintered off into a variety of other ideas and traveled around your world and were kept in that form, and that's why you're seeing the connection.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
Yes, of course it does. That's why I said it.
Okay. Okay. It's a little related to that first question,
Yes.
but the second question is that in one of your recent videos, you said that Japan will lead a new economic system or paradigm or something to that effect. Can you elaborate on that?
What we were actually referring to is the idea that you have an opportunity in your hands right now to go in a new direction technologically with regard to the idea of the production of energy. And if your particular country decides to do that and really put a lot of energy behind that, no pun intended, then the idea will be that you can actually create something that will trigger a completely new economic system if you go in that direction.
And are you referring to the so-called free energy?
The so-called free energy, yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, my last question is about 2 years ago, I went to a Skywatch, and instead of seeing UFOs,
Yes.
I saw a beautiful constellation of Pleiades.
Yes.
And it was
Subaru, ne?
right, Subaru. Yes, yes, yes. There's a strong fan base in Japan, Bashar, that you probably know already.
Yes, I do.
A lot of people love you. Yeah, I was just telling in the Facebook yesterday that I'm going to celebrate with winter solstice with Bashar, and many Japanese people say, "Wow, that's cool. We love Bashar too." So
Did they say, wow, that's cool, or did they say, sugoi?
they say, 私もバシャール大好き.
Oh, all right, thank you.
Yeah. Meaning that, I love Bashar
Yes,
too.
yes, yes.
So I saw a beautiful constellation of Pleiades, and it just seems like it was giving, there were other people too, but I
Yes.
personally felt so, it was so beautiful.
Well, that's because you have a personal energetic connection to that.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to know whether that was the case.
That is the case.
Okay. Okay. So
So your
energetic-
senses picked up upon the vibration that you have a strong connection to, that you've made a strong connection to in this incarnation, to draw energy and information down through that connection to aid and assist you in application in this life.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes, I'll watch the video and later and understand what you just said.
All right.
Thank you very much.
どういたしまして.
Hello and good day.
And to you, good day.
I was going to ask you, throughout my transformation or awakening, or
Yes, yes, yes.
I've done a lot of transforming, and a lot of it is trying to cleanse myself of negative and impassionate and compassionable ways.
All right.
As I've been doing that, I'm trying to accept more love into my life and
all
enjoy
right.
and appreciate life by
Yes.
everything.
But
I
there's a
take
but
long,
here. Yeah.
long looks in the sky and the,
Yes.
and the birds and everything, but basically, I've been seeing a lot of faces now and
Yes.
eyes and things and everything that I look at.
Yes.
And I'd like to know exactly.
You're pulling yourself together.
That's beautiful.
You are looking and seeing reflections of the ideas of many different aspects of your personality, many different aspects of your greater being. And in recognizing these, in seeing these reflective symbologies, these archetypal presentations of energy, you are, in that sense, gathering and collecting and pulling yourself together into a more holistic form. That's the symbolic reflection for you in that pattern.
Thank you.
You are
very
welcome.
Much. Other
Very
question
well.
is, I just wanted to know what that represents behind you.
The contact crystal. The idea is that on our world, there is a representation in this kind of crystalline form of all the different worlds that belong to our interstellar alliance. Now, this isn't all of them, but it is the beginning representation of that idea. Of course, the one on my planet is much bigger. But nevertheless, it carries the frequency, it carries the idea of contact, because it is also not only representative of the idea of all the different worlds in the interstellar alliance to which we belong, it is also representative of the first contact specialist lineage of which I belong.
And where do you belong?
In my world of Ethithani, the idea is that I have been trained by my father to be a first contact specialist. And that's what we're doing here.
That's awesome. I wanted to ask you another question about tachyon crystals.
Yes.
Could you explain to me what those are and what they do?
Well, they are permission slips that allow you to contemplate the idea that beyond the border of your physical reality, there are things that move much faster than light. And by keying into that high frequency, by using those crystals as a permission slip, you are elevating your perspective to be able to inspire yourself to have different levels of knowledge and information come to you through the idea of triggering yourself with that permission slip.
So they're good.
If you find that they work for you, then yes. Otherwise, another permission slip can be something your imagination will attract you to. Permission slips, any tool, any technique, any ritual, any object is just a permission slip. It just allows you to give yourself permission based on your present belief system to become who it is or more of who it is you really know yourself to be. The thing itself isn't doing anything. It's just aligning with your belief system to work with your belief system to allow you to give yourself permission to be more of who you prefer to be.
That's exactly what I wanted to know. Do you already know what I'm going to say before I say it?
Sometimes, sometimes not.
Awesome. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hi, Bashar.
And you good day.
Well,
One moment.
yes.
All right. Even though she will not fully come through, we are now connecting also to Willa for you. Because there is something about that connection that at this time you require. And so proceed.
Oh, she's coming through now?
No. She is not going to fully come through.
Oh.
I am simply telling you she's standing by and paying attention.
Okay.
And we will transfer information from her to you.
Okay, thank you. Well, I was going to say we've come full circle.
Yes.
With Fred's passing
Yes.
a year ago, of course.
Yes, one orbit.
Yes, one orbit. And it's been very interesting and exciting year for
Yes.
with his transition and mine.
All right.
And in August, talked about reinventing myself.
Yes.
I found out that even though I had been telepathically channeling O, my Sirius connection,
Yes.
since 1986,
Yes.
he said that he wanted to start having me voice channel.
All right. Is that something that excites you?
Yes.
All right.
And then I discovered that he is my father.
Well, in a sense.
Okay. And what does that mean in a sense?
In another frame of reference, but not in your linear perspective,
Of
literally.
a father? Oh, okay.
But there is father energy. There is that relationship idea.
Okay, so he's not actually my father and I'm his daughter.
No, not in the sense of your earthbound life,
Right.
but on another plane, in another level, in another way, yes.
Well, in the Sirius
Yes,
star system, he's my father?
yes,
Okay, well, that's what I was talking about.
yes, but it's not your father.
Oh, isn't my father in that? No, I don't mean in this.
O
Physical.
is, in that sense, the idea of the father energy for the version of you in the Sirius system. But you're not in the Sirius system.
No, me, not Ellie, me. Is that what we're talking
Yes,
about?
that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, okay. No, the version would be of his daughter
Yes. In the Sirius system.
in the Sirius system.
Yes, but that's not you. Therefore, you can't say it's my father.
Parallel reality.
Thank you.
Okay. Parallel reality life.
Yes.
And he is the father. I am Sean, as
She is, yes.
she is.
All right.
And
Yes.
he said that he is the head of, or connected to the Syrian Council of 13.
Yes, in a sense, although it doesn't quite interpret for them in the way that it interprets hierarchically in your language, but it's close enough.
Oh, okay. So anyway, we started doing daily sessions
All
of
right.
energy.
Yes.
And then in January
Yes.
of this year, in a private session with you, I discussed a lucid dream Yes. And I was waiting in the hallway in the hotel to finish your conference. You gave me a big hug.
Yes.
I did not see your face or hands, but you were wearing a robe. We discussed that.
Yes.
I asked if that was you, the Bashar I know.
Yes.
And you said, it is a slightly different aspect of my being.
Yes.
And so my question is, do you have a parallel reality aspect life on Sirius that I'm connected to?
Yes.
And I know who that is, right?
Well, if you have to ask, I guess
No,
you don't.
I don't. Well, I got that it was O.
It's not O.
Okay. That I'm not connecting to who that is.
That's all right for now.
Okay, great.
But it's one of the 13.
Oh, one of the 13?
No, not O, one of the 13.
Right. Well, you know I've always said oh for
I know.
so much and connecting with that energy.
Yes. Just having a little fun with you.
Yes. And September 7th, I had a lucid dream and was downloaded with some information. And when accessing it in writing, I found that what I got is that my Irish connection that you told me about last year, who is, well...
This is why Will is listening in.
Yes. Is a parallel reality specialist hybrid, Colleen.
Yes.
And it is...
Now, understand that the term Colleen is not a name.
Oh, it is?
It's an ancient Irish expression for a female.
Oh, but
Yes? She's a fair Colleen.
Oh, yeah. But we also have Colleen as a name.
I understand, but that's not her name.
So that's not her name.
No. Remember that we talked about the idea of the hybrids taking names that had to do with nature.
Oh, yes.
So you're using the
wondering about
term
that.
Colleen in the same way that I have chosen the idea of the word Bashar, which is not my name. It's an Arabic word that means messenger. So you're using Colleen as a symbol for the energy of the being, but it's not the name of the being.
How interesting. I was wondering about that because...
Well, now I have hopefully cleared that up for you.
Yeah, because with Willa and
Yes.
all of that.
Yes.
All right.
So basically you're calling her girl.
All right. So
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Well, I would like to call her by her nature name.
Would you now?
Yes.
And?
And how about Willa? Is she going to...
She's paying attention to what you're about to say next. Looking to see if you can scan and get a sense.
Okay. Well, I also found out that she's an aspect parallel life of Fred.
There is a cross connection, yes.
And his Syrian name is Aryan.
Is that a question?
No.
All
just
right.
a statement.
All right.
Okay. And I'm not getting a connection because Colleen, I was thinking such an Irish name.
That it is. But it's not really being used here as a name.
Right. I think of a nature name with Colleen. I'm not tapping into it.
That's all right.
The one thing,
You can do it at another time.
right, you had told me,
Yes, I did.
last year,
Yes,
that
I did.
I would have images
Yes.
for 3 days and 3
Yes.
nights
Yes.
connected to Ireland.
Yes.
Okay.
And what did you do about that?
Well, in January when I spoke with you, I told you that I had not received any images. And
Received them?
well, I had not seen, I didn't have any images.
You mean you didn't act on finding them?
Well, what you told me when I asked you about it,
Yes.
you said that there would be a trigger point
There would be.
and then it'd come flooding through. And I
And
asked
you needed to act on it in order for that to be triggered.
No, I asked you. I asked you what I needed, if I needed to do something, and you said
Yes.
follow your excitement.
And did you?
I've been following my excitement with channeling. Oh, and then they said that she would be, rather than channeling first, she would come through and start channeling. And so I started doing the energy work with her.
And when did you come across Colleen?
Came across Colleen in when I was downloaded with information in September.
All right. And
Oh,
is
also
that
I-
not an Irish connection?
Yeah, she's the Irish connection.
Well, then through her, you can find out what you need to find out.
For the images of 3 days and 3 nights?
She is the images of 3 days and 3 nights. She is that which will give you the information that you seek.
Right.
She is your Irish connection.
I know that.
Well, then use it that way.
Okay, so that is the trigger?
Yes, she's the trigger.
Okay. Well, then when you first, because I was going to talk to you tonight about, okay, it's been a year, and I
Yes.
haven't experienced that, but when you...
Do you have expectation?
No, let me finish.
Yes.
When you first started channeling this evening,
Yes.
and tears started coming down my eyes,
Yes.
and rolling down my face,
Yes.
and I connected to the fact that this was the trigger this
right.
evening,
Yes.
and that it's my Christmas gift that I get to open up before Christmas.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
All right. Now, hold on one moment.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Aren't you a fine kettle?
I will.
Now, in what way will you be using this information?
With Colleen.
Yes, as your trigger. Since you now begin to understand that she is that point for you, that lever point, that trigger point, how will you use that information? How will you apply? How will you act on that?
Well, I...
Understand, this doesn't come from me, it comes from her.
Okay. I think tapping into it in meditation or... Tapping.
But how will you allow yourself to align with that vibration more strongly? Colleen.
Well, I've been doing energy work with her.
No, I think you missed my point.
I did.
How will you tap into that energy and align with it, Colleen?
Well, I've always been aligning...
Do you understand I'm calling you Colleen?
That's my parallel.
It's the
But it's a
vibration
girl.
that you need to be. You need to become your version of
My
her.
Irish version of...
You need to be your version of her in order to experience the alignment with her and have the information and have the same thoughts that she has and the same information she has access to. You have to be your version of her, Colleen.
Okay, maybe that she was an aspect of Fred in a parallel life.
That doesn't mean it's the only one. It's an aspect of you.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, because
no,
I got that...
she's not oh. But yes, oh. So you need to become Colleen.
All right, because that's probably why I wasn't tapping into it.
I know.
It was the Fred aspect.
Yes.
So Colleen
But
is-
when you tap into Colleen, you'll understand the connection that also Fred has. And in understanding the connection from Colleen's point of view, you'll have more closer communication with the aspect that is also Fred.
Ah, okay.
You understand? Because there's a crossing there, a crossing of energy lines.
Right.
And thus then by being Colleen, those crossings and those energy lines will be yours. And you'll know what they mean because it will be your language. It'll be your energy.
Oh, it'll be much easier now that I'm not separating it, that it's Fred's.
Now
Yeah, there
you're
was-
beginning to
yeah.
ken what we're saying.
Yeah, I understand. And I'm Irish.
Well,
in
there
this
you
lifetime.
go.
I'm
You've
half
got
Irish.
to be a little bit more of it then, Cookie.
I mean, my daddy in this lifetime was so Irish
All right.
that I grew up with. He had a green truck, we had a green house, we had all of this, and we had to wear green.
If it will be of any benefit to you,
fabulous.
Cookie, you might want to wear a little more green then.
Yes, it took me many, many years because I couldn't wear green because I was so surrounded by it.
That's all
But
right,
today
but
I
now
like
you
it.
can get back into it from a
Yes.
different perspective. You can make it your own instead of the idea that the green that you pushed away was someone else's version. And now you can have your own version of the green. You have your own version of the Irish energy. You have your own version of Colleen.
Yes.
And thus then you need to be Colleen.
Oh, now I can be because there was that Fred Colleen thing. Now I know it's a direct connection with me.
Well, there you go. Thank you, Cookie.
Oh,
Our
thank
love to you.
Oh, and same to you, Willa. Thank you so much for coming
Did that
through.
help you then?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
You're so
Bashar.
welcome.
I love you.
Our unconditional love to you as well. And to you, good day.
Thank you. I just wanted to say, first off, thank you so much for everything, for you and for Darryl and for Willa and for everyone here, for the collective experience. I'm very grateful.
Thank you for your co-creation of it as well.
You're welcome. Every time I get up here, I have a preconceived idea of what I'm going to experience, and then it shifts very quickly. So I am going to ask if there's any information you can share about the being known as, or the person known as Ramakrishna.
What do you wish to understand? That's a large subject.
It is. And I don't know very much about it, but there was a series of synchronistic events.
All right. Well, you do understand that very much like the idea of the Christ consciousness, the Buddha nature, the Krishna spirit is also another perspective of the collective consciousness of your entire world. It's another expression of that idea. So if you're tapping into that vibration, then you're tapping into the idea of the collective grid, the collective consciousness, the collective template, the collective agreement. Yes?
Got it. Yes.
And thus then you can access whatever your relationship is to that collective agreement and perhaps shed some illumination on your personal agreement relative to the collective one.
That is very synchronistic in itself, because the illumination
Yes.
that he experienced was often perceived by people at
Yes.
that time as crazy.
Yes, yes, yes.
Before it was recognized as divine.
Yes. But you see, there are negative and positive kinds of crazy.
Got it.
We are the positive kind of crazy. So
I
be
like
crazy
that.
with us.
Gotcha. Okay.
And Willa chimed in, knowing that her symbol is the fox. You have the saying, crazy like a fox. Yes?
Oh, I see.
All right.
I get that.
Why, thank you.
Thank you.
And?
And I feel compelled to ask about the ocean.
The ocean, yes?
The ocean. Because you said we could make statements, and I like...
Of course you can.
Talking about Willa, I like kids. They're magical and exciting and fun. And
Yes.
the ocean is very similar
Yes.
in that vibration for me. For
Very
me personally.
fluid, yes.
Yes. And that kind of leads into the healing of nature and the feeling that you kind of talked about yesterday about that as permission slip.
Yes.
And being grounded and all that. Can I ask about the sea itself and the mineral properties?
I don't know, can you?
I'm going to. Maybe you can.
Thank you.
Maybe you can help with the mystery of that.
Maybe I can. We don't know yet. Ask the question.
Is there any correlation to the sea and the minerals and the temples and healing that we can expand upon or,
Of course there
utilize?
is.
Any tools you can give us to help us utilize that correlation?
Are you connecting to the idea of Atlantean times?
I don't know. Maybe.
All right. Understand that in Atlantean times on your planet, there were temples that were open to the ocean so the dolphins could swim in and participate in many of the ceremonies. And they had an actual culture exchange. So the idea of interacting with cetacean consciousness is not only a strong connection to Sirius energy, it is a strong connection to the idea of everything in the sea and the ancient vibration of Atlantis, and the idea of recognizing that as humans are the stewards of the land, the dolphins and whales are the stewards of the sea, and really once again reforming a true relationship between the two societies, the two cultures. Yes?
Got it.
So is that something that's of excitement to you?
Yes.
All right. What do you want to do about that? How do you want to act from that exciting vibration? It's up to you.
Okay.
Repeat after me.
Okay.
Atalante.
Can you say that?
Atalante. Atlanti. Atlanti.
Atlanti?
Atlanti.
Atlanti?
Atl.
Atlanti?
ATL. Atlanti.
Atlanti.
Yes, Atlanti was actually the way they pronounced their society. Atlanti.
Atlanti.
Atlanti. Perhaps the vibration of the actual name that was given at the time will help pinpoint the vibrational direction for you as a permission slip. Atlanti.
Atlanti.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes?
Thank you.
Anything else?
I don't know. Is there anything else?
I don't know. Is there anything else? I'm nothing if not reflective.
Yeah, I appreciate that very much.
So do I.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Yeah. Is there anything else with Atlanti and healing and energy? That
If you're asking a question, you must have some suspicion that there is.
There is. I know that there is. I just don't know. I feel like
You just
I'm,
don't know what.
I feel like it's mysterious, and I'm
It
missing
is
some
mysterious,
pieces.
but that's part of the fun.
Yes.
Because in Atlanti was the original mystery school. And that's what you need to recall.
All right.
All right?
Thank you.
Be a student of the original Atlanti Mystery School, and you will start learning the same lessons that were learned back then. Because Atlanti still exists in a parallel reality, because all things exist at the same time. So connect to the Atlanti Mystery School, and you will allow the lessons to sink in.
Got it. Thank you.
Just like sinking into the sea.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
I'm already having one.
Hello.
And to you, good day.
I just want to come here humbly and come in a good way, and I thank you for being here.
It is our pleasure. Thank you as well.
I just had a few questions.
All right, take your time.
Since I was little, people have always called me an old soul, and I
Yes.
just kind of want to know a little bit if you know anything about that.
The idea that your people call an old soul is simply the idea of someone with a number of cross connections to other simultaneous incarnations, so that you are drawing upon a large amount of energy, a large amount of information from a multitude of simultaneous incarnations instead of just a few.
Thank you. That makes a lot of sense. The second question is, about 2 years ago, I had a Cherokee Native American come to me, and he offered me a feather.
Yes.
And he offered me actually 2 of them.
Oh, all right.
And all that, and like basically offered to teach me medicine in the
Yes.
Native American way.
And?
And there was a situation that ended up happening where I lost all that medicine.
You what?
It was all gone.
The medicine is gone?
Right.
Are you talking about something physiological?
No.
You're talking about energy.
Yes.
How can it be gone? Everything exists here and now.
Well, it was gone physically. Like
You
the
mean
physical
you
medicine,
stopped tapping into it?
I guess.
You guess?
Well, yeah, I stopped tapping it.
All right, why?
Absolutely. It scared me.
About what? What were you afraid would happen? Are you afraid of your own power?
Yes.
Why? Do you believe in the aphorism on your planet that absolute power corrupts absolutely? Do you believe in that?
No.
You know that the idea is that absolute power corrupts absolutely only if you absolutely believe that it will.
Right.
So what are you afraid of? What do you think will happen? Use your fear. Use it. Amplify it. Magnify it. What's the worst, most terrifying thing you imagine will happen if you allow yourself to simply be yourself in full self-empowerment? What are you afraid will happen?
I don't think nothing will happen.
You don't think nothing will happen?
Well,
that's a double negative. Which
guess-
means you believe that something will happen.
Yeah, something definitely will happen.
Negatively?
No, not
Then what are you afraid of?
I guess I need to work on not being afraid.
But what are you afraid of? The only way to work on not being afraid is to understand what you are afraid of. Because if you don't own it, if you don't know what it is, how can you transform it?
Right.
So what are
How
you
do I-
afraid will happen? Come on, use your imagination. What are you afraid will happen? Be honest. It's all right. You're safe.
If I'm not strong enough to keep that up.
Ah, thank you. Now, do you understand what an incredible contradiction that is?
Yes,
Are you sure?
I am sure.
All right. So is that truly the fear? Or is there another level below that?
I think it's on all levels.
All levels? You're afraid on all levels?
Not higher, lower, definitely lower.
Well, I understand you mean that. But you actually have to also understand that there is nothing lower.
Okay.
Everything is higher than physical reality.
Got it. We're
What
at the
you
lowest
call
level,
the
right?
subconscious and unconscious are actually higher vibrations than the physical mind.
Okay, I understand.
All right. So, what are you afraid of? Do you not believe that your physical ego will know how to handle it?
That could possibly be it.
Is it it? Or is it something else?
No, I think you pinpointed it.
All right. Now, why would you assume that the physical ego needs to handle it?
I guess I didn't know I was assuming that.
Well, now you do, yes?
Yes.
And so, what definition do you have of the ego that would make it seem like it couldn't handle that? And why are you even assuming that the ego is the thing that needs to handle it? The ego is the thing that simply focuses you in the experience of physical reality. It's not designed to handle it, and it doesn't need to.
Okay.
So the idea is that bringing that energy through you, bringing more of yourself through, will simply be a way of allowing you to experience more of yourself. The only thing you're ever going to discover in the unknown is more of you, because you're the only thing that exists in your reality.
Got it.
So what's to be afraid of?
Nothing.
There you go. Now, is the fear still there? All right. Well, what are you going to do about that then? Are you going to allow yourself to know that if it's exciting to you, the energy of the medicine is still present?
Okay.
And you can use it however you wish, unless that's not exciting for you now. And if it's not, then you can do something else.
Got it.
It's up to you. Everything really is up to you. It's your choice, your decision. It's your reality. Nothing's going to contradict you. Any resistance you feel, any fear that you feel is coming from your definitions and your assumptions about things that are out of alignment with your true self. So if you don't prefer them, let them go, because they don't belong to you. Anything that's out of alignment with your true vibration doesn't belong to you.
Got it.
Let
understand.
it go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The last thing that I have
Yes.
is when I was 16, I had a friend of mine kill himself,
No, all right.
and I just wanted to know if you know of anything or can feel anything that because
It's
sometimes
just fine.
he comes to me in a good and a bad way, so I just wanted to make sure that it
The
stays level.
idea is that he's fine. The only thing that comes to you in a bad way is your fears about him. It's your interpretations about the idea.
Okay.
It's just fine.
Okay.
And wouldn't want you to feel the negative idea.
Got it.
Would rather that you live your life fully, so that in living your life fully and being the vibration of your true self, you'll be able to more clearly receive the communications from him, so that you will know that he's just fine.
I understand.
Yes?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you for that confirmation.
You are very welcome. Pleasant dreams.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And you good day.
Such a pleasure to be here.
We thank you for your co-creation. Please proceed.
It's my pleasure as well.
Speak up, speak up.
My question is about creation, actually.
Yes.
I'm an artist, and sometimes when I create, I go into the state of the zone.
Yes.
And I'm so focused on my work.
Yes. That's the channeling state.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what it is. It's the altered state that allows you to connect to more of yourself, be more in the present, not create as much time, in a sense, or experience of linearity. That's what is euphemistically called the channeling state, or the zone, or peak performance, or whatever you wish to call it.
And the other part of that is the process of creation and storytelling.
Yes.
When we think of characters and situations, books or movies,
Yes.
all of those creations.
You are crystallizing information in story form, because story structure is automatically embedded in your psyche, and it's the easiest way for you to retain information. So when you hit all the proper chords of story structure, the story will remain forever in your mind. If you miss a few, it will not feel like a complete story.
So what happens when other people read those works or watch those works and they think about those characters and places and situations?
What will happen will be different for every individual.
Well, you said yesterday, last night, that anything we imagine is in some sense real to us.
Yes.
So does it mean those places and characters exist on some level?
In a sense, yes. Do understand that the term real can mean many different kinds of things. But the idea is that if you think about it from, let's say, the spirit point of view, where there really isn't as much of an experience of linear space and time, and anything that you think of, anything that you imagine instantaneously manifests before you, well then at least, if nothing else, at least on that level, if you imagine it, you'll instantly experience it. And it will seem as real as anything, because the idea of physical reality is that it's only as real as you define it to be anyway. It's just a dream. It's just a reflection anyway. So from some civilizations and higher dimensional beings' point of view, saying that physical reality is real and more real than other things is cause for laughter. Because they can see that it's just as much an imaginary reflective process as anything else that you're calling an imaginary process.
I see.
Make sense?
Yes.
So in that sense, everything is real because reality is the product of what you define it to be from your imagination anyway.
So is us creating stories and telling ourselves stories,
Yes.
is it analogous to the spirit experiencing itself through physical reality?
Yes. Because physical reality is the process of experiencing and living a story that the spirit wished to experience.
Awesome.
Yes. You are living stories. That's why it's very important to use your ability to communicate with your imagination to tell yourself the story you prefer to live instead of the stories that you don't.
I agree.
Yes?
Yes.
All right, because that's up to you. The spirit just wants to experience a story with a certain theme. How you live that story out positively, negatively, so on and so forth, that's up to your free will as an individual. So you have the combination of the destiny, which is the story theme, and the free will, which is exactly how you play out the story. You understand?
Yes.
So there you go. You are a story. You are all stories. We are stories. Creation is a story, telling the story of itself to itself from all the different perspectives that it can. Yes?
Yes.
All right. That's why, again, when you tell a story that strikes all the chords of what you call story structure, it plucks all the right harmonies, and thus then it sticks because it fits that template in your psyche, that you are living a story. Yes?
Yes.
And when you pluck all the right chords, the story will ring true. Yes?
Yes.
All right. Does that help?
Yes, it does. Thank
Anything
you so
else?
much. No, that was my question.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good story.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thanks for being here. I really like the formula that you've given us to follow our excitement, and I've tried to do that a lot.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, yeah. Right. Follow your excitement.
Are you following it the best you know how?
That's one of my questions, actually.
Yes.
I'm doing my best.
Well, then that's it.
Okay.
That's all you need to do. Do your best. When you find out from that point forward that you might want to do it differently, do your best. When you find out from that experience you might want to do it differently, do your best. That's all you have to do.
Thanks.
Yes. Anything else?
Yeah, one other
Yes.
question.
All right.
I feel like lately in the last year or so, I'm being followed by a lot of birds in different ways. Like they come in flocks
Yes.
and they'll fly with me.
Yes.
Like if I'm driving, or they'll show up in the sky and
Oh,
do
all
circles
right.
and stuff. And I'll see hawks and strange birds that you won't.
Strange birds?
Birds that you don't normally see in the city.
Oh, all right, yes.
But I feel
there is a rearrangement of certain electromagnetic patterns on your planet that are causing birds to take different kinds of migratory paths now. But it is also a reflective symbol for you since you're the one that noticed. So, in that sense, what the flock do you think they're saying to you?
Be free. I mean, I was.
Be free, all right.
I mean, it just
Be
sounds,
yourself, fly free.
I mean, it sounds kind of trite.
It doesn't matter. Is it true for you? That's the only relevant question.
I would definitely benefit from being free.
Oh, all right. And how do you believe you are not free? How do you define that you are not free?
Right. You know, I have a lot of obligations and responsibilities that I feel.
Are you saying that you have a definition of responsibility that is in some way, shape, or form limiting or restricting? If so, then you have a definition of responsibility that is not working for you. Do you understand our definition of responsibility?
No.
Responsibility, the ability to respond. Is that not freedom itself? The ability to respond, the ability to choose. Is that not freedom?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why not live the positive version of responsibility instead of anchoring it and weighing it down with such a negative definition? And obligation. The idea, again, if you make commitments, you make commitments. But at the same time, the idea is you can also learn to change the idea of what kind of commitments you may make in the future that are more in alignment with what you prefer. Instead of simply succumbing to the idea and outdated ideas that you have to make certain kinds of obligations in order to be who you really prefer to be or have what you really prefer to have. So are you learning to let go of outmoded ideas of obligation and responsibility and beginning to realize there might be more positive definitions to these things?
I'm going to.
All right, well, when?
Now.
Oh, all right, it's up to you.
Right.
You just need to apply that in your life and behave as if you know that that's true. Yes? You can't fool yourself. You can't fool creation. You can give lip service to something, but if you're not actually behaving as if you know it's true, then the creation sees right through that. You understand?
Yeah.
Remember, please, all of you remember, knowing and behavior are synonymous. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand this?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Yes, I understand that.
All right. The things you know that you can do, you just do. You don't think about them. You don't wonder if you believe them. If I say, would you please walk across the room? Do you stand there and go, well, I think I can. I believe that it's possible for me to walk across the room. I'm not really sure. No, you just walk across the room because you know you can. Knowing and behavior and action are synonymous. So when you know something to be true, you don't question it, you just do it. And that's the fusion you're looking for in your lives. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
It's even beyond and above belief. Knowing is inherent in who it is you truly know you are. Yes?
Yes.
And so, what will you now do that is representative of knowing what you prefer to know instead of what you have been doing? How will you express that in your life now in a way that is representative of that kind of freedom?
I feel like I have to start out pretending.
Pretending what?
That I know.
Pretending that you know. All right, are you saying fake it till you make it? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
But if you know you're faking it, how will you make it? Are you saying you believe that if you do fake it enough, if you do pretend enough, that ultimately the pretending will somehow sink into you and will become real knowing? If you believe that, it'll work. But if you don't, it won't.
Actually, it's never worked for me.
Well, there you go. So in that sense, it would be something that would work better for you to actually understand the mechanism and know the mechanism works. To understand the nature and structure of existence and how reality works. And then you have a tool that you can use with knowledge and not just guessing at it. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
So this is why we said in the beginning of the transmission that it can be critical for you to really understand a lot of the tools that we're sharing with you, or the tools that you attract to yourself from other sources that are truly descriptive of the actual nature of existence, the structure of existence. For when you understand the structure, then anything else, when held up to that structure, you will see what parts of it fit the structure and what parts don't. And the parts that don't, you can let fall away. And then you will have a clear path of exactly what will work as a tool, as a mechanism. And you won't have to be concerned or focused with the rest of it, because the rest of it has nothing to do with the tool or the structure. It only has to do with belief systems you've attached to it that have no business being attached to it. Is this making any sense to you?
It's helping.
All right. In what way is it helping?
I guess I just would like to.
Yes. What would you like?
I'd like to have like a quick fix.
A quick fix? Well, yes, you can have the fix as quickly as you wish. You see, again, everything is here and now. You have it. You have it. But do you believe you have it? Do you know you have it? Are you matching the vibration of knowing you have it so that you can see that you have it quickly? Or are you saying, I have to have a long process in order to get to the point where I will finally allow myself to know that it's been here all along? That's the difference. Yes? It is here. You just have to know it's here and act like you know it's here. Not fake it, but you have to know it's here.
Okay.
So, do you understand that everything is here and now?
That helps.
All right. So the more you allow yourself to wrap your mind around the understanding that everything truly is here and now and that you already have it, then whatever degree of time it takes for you to process that or know that it's true will be the amount of time you will experience for that transformation.
Okay.
Yes?
Thank you.
It's up to you. It really is in your hands.
Thank you very much.
Does this help you?
It helps. Thank you.
Thank you.
A perfect moment to you, Bashar.
And to you as well.
I have a question about Willa Hillikristen.
Yes.
You have mentioned
Hillikristen.
Hillikristen.
Willa Hillikristen.
Willa Hillikristen.
Yes. What about her?
She has two hearts.
Yes, she does, although they're not separate.
Can you explain that a little bit further?
The idea of her kind, her hybrid kind, which is a mix of several different kinds of things, has and contains the idea of what you would call a double heart.
What is the function of the double heart?
It functions very well, thank you. But to answer your question in the way that you asked it, the idea is that it actually sets up a certain kind of vibration within her system that supports her ability to shape shift. She's a cryptic. She's a shapeshifter. She doesn't always have to look like she normally looks. And the idea is, therefore, that it's expressed physiologically as being different people simultaneously. So she is two in one.
So do all parallel reality specialists have the double heart?
Almost all, but not all.
And what about the ones that don't?
They are a different nature, a different breed, and they experience the idea of parallel realities and shifting in a different way. Not all of them are cryptics. You don't have to be a cryptic to be a parallel reality specialist. You understand?
Can you elaborate a little bit on that one?
In what sense?
What else can you be?
Well, I'm simply saying you don't have to be a shapeshifter to be a parallel reality specialist. You just have to learn about parallel realities. Yes?
Yes.
In other words, you don't have to be a particular nationality to become a scientist, do you?
No.
Well then, you can become a scientist, you can become a physicist, you can learn things in one way that others learn in a different way. But the idea of the cryptics is that not only are they parallel reality specialists in terms of knowledge, they are parallel reality specialists in terms of actual experience. And in many ways, a lot of the parallel reality specialists that don't have the cryptic ability learn what they need to learn from those that do. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so, what else?
Thank you. I was also wondering about the angelic realm.
Yes.
And what can you tell us about your perspective on the angelic realm?
Our perspective is that it is the first reflection of all that is. In other words, when the One created the idea of a reflection that became the all that is, the first reflection all that is had was what you call the angelic realm. Does that make sense?
It does. Could you elaborate some
Well, you
more?
understand that there are different vibratory levels based on different vibrations of differentiation, yes?
Correct.
Therefore, the all that is the all that is, and the first difference between the all that is and anything else you're calling the angelic realm. It's just another version of all that is, separated out into smaller beings than all that is, but greater beings than anything else of a division below. Bigger units than the small units I am and you are. You understand?
Yes.
So the angels are the biggest unit of collective consciousness right before the level of all that is. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Does that help you?
It does.
All right. And
That is all I have.
are you sure?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Perfect moment.
Always. Nania, do you have your questions on behalf of others?
Certainly do.
Oh,
I
all
have
right.
3.
Oh, all right.
I know how you like that number, so. Okay, well, the first one has.
We don't like that number.
You love that
We
number?
love that number.
Well, you're never halfway about anything,
No.
which is wonderful.
Nothing or all the way.
That's right. I like that. Isn't that in human terms sort of like a woman's prerogative is to change her mind?
I'm waiting for you to change your mind about that.
Okay, I changed my mind.
All right.
To something else.
Yes.
To the question at hand,
Yes.
which is about lucid dreaming
Yes.
and waking up in the lucid dream.
Yes.
When you first brought that information through, I think a lot of people could relate to it because most of us have had some kind of experience or another about waking up in a lucid dream.
Waking up in the dream, which is lucidity.
Right. And I think some of the characteristics of being awake in the dream are
Yes.
things like you can manipulate the reality.
Yes.
And it's very fluid and flexible.
Yes.
And you recognize that you're in a dream, so you know that you're safe.
Yes.
And it feels fun and rich.
Yes.
So,
And empowering.
okay, so then when you said that what your civilization had done was
Yes.
to wake up in the physical reality dream
Yes.
and become lucid.
From the lucid dream state, because of the lucidity, from that perspective, you can see that physical reality is a dream. And therefore, because in the lucid state in the dream, you also can perceive the template level reality that is the blueprint level from which the physical dream is manifest, you can thus then, in the lucid state, actually manipulate the template level reality and change the blueprint that actually affects the manifestation of the physical dream. That's why we never left the dream of lucidity, because the physical dream became a dream to us, and the dream state became reality to us, and that's why we no longer sleep. We are awake in the dream constantly. And there is no difference anymore to us between physical reality and a dream. Lucidity is at the core of all of it. We are lucid in the total dream of physical reality and the things you call dreams in other dimensional levels. Make sense?
Yes. When you were saying that that's something new too, that you actually, from that state, perceive physical reality
as a dream.
As a dream.
Yes.
Because someone came up with the question of, gosh, aren't you like worried that you'll wake up or you'll fall asleep again and then you'll be back in the dream that you thought before you were lucid in?
Why would we choose that? If we're lucid, we understand what the choices are. So why would we choose that?
Right. So that's why all of these things you're describing to us about physical reality and the fact that you can, through your excitement and acting on it, you can actually cause the reality to seemingly change right around you.
Not seemingly.
Right. Because everything you're manifesting is with your higher mind. You're actually working with the material of your higher mind.
The physical mind, in a sense, and the higher mind become far more closely fused, and you express yourself more holistically as the single person in which the higher mind and the physical mind function together.
Right, but isn't everything that we're perceiving around us actually our higher mind that has given us sort of this plasma, I guess I'd call it, to work with.
Well, remember that the idea of what it is you actually perceive is being filtered through the physical personality belief system. And therefore, even though the source of the idea may be coming from the higher mind, there may be an interpretation that happens as it filters through the prism of your physical mind. And that's the idea of balancing the prism of the physical mind and clarifying the prism of the physical mind, which are the definitions and emotions and thoughts that create the ego structure and the behavior. And balancing them all out allows the prism to become clear enough so that what comes from the higher mind can be more, shall we say, representative of what originally came from the higher mind rather than being so filtered by the physical personality.
So I understand that dimension of it, but also the idea that what I perceive as a physical object here in physical reality.
Yes.
And other people that I'm seeing.
Yes.
You know how they're made out of my consciousness in order for me to perceive them?
Yes.
Is the material that they're made of actually the higher mind?
It's electromagnetheric energy, which is the idea of how the template level reality manifests manifestation as physical reality. It is a certain vibration of energy, a certain vibration of electromagnetheric energy.
So I am electromagnetheric energy manifested physically in this reality?
Yes.
Okay, well, okay.
In other
That's
words,
interesting.
The higher mind, in a sense, creates a vibration within itself that is representative of the vibration we are calling electromagnetheric energy, in which, thus then it becomes, shall we say, the soup that the physical mind, in that sense, experiences the reflection in.
I see.
Yes.
I see. Okay, so then we think it's real solid.
Yes.
And we think that we're in it and not that it's something us.
Yes, that it is you.
So
that's why we say the process of ascension is the process of realizing that you actually are the dimension that you previously thought you existed in. The dimension is made of you.
Right. And the idea that, you know, a lot of things that you say, a lot of times I think many people go, oh my gosh, how could that be possible? You know, how could you live in a reality where all you have to do is think of something and then it's manifest for you? Or how could a physical being even exist in that kind of reality?
Yes.
But it's because of what you're saying right now.
Yes.
What the reality is actually made of is you.
Yes, and within the idea of the electromagnetheric soup, there are different vibrational levels even therein. So the idea is that there are much denser vibrations and much lighter vibrations. And you are now going from the process of going from the denser vibrations to the lighter ones. And in the lighter vibrations of the electromagnetheric soup or field, you can experience many, many more things that are far closer to the representation of the higher mind's experience of its reality, which doesn't require as much time or space for manifestation.
So, given that we understand that now,
Well, let's assume that you do.
Okay, I'll assume that.
All right.
How far is it probable
Yes.
that most of us will go in terms of allowing the reality to simply organize itself over and over and over again around your highest excitement to the degree that it starts to appear to be so magical that it's almost like what you're experiencing? How far are we going?
Well, of course, the probability level is different for every individual. But as a collective average, the individuals we are interacting with now have a probability of somewhere between 68 and 76% of doing that.
Right. So we can get to the point where we're working with the physical reality so fluidly and so easily by truly acknowledging that these tools and mechanisms of physical reality work.
Yes.
And with that commitment and acting as if you know that, the physical reality will become more and more fluid.
Yes.
Until we feel like we're living in the dream.
Yes. Until you know you are. And when you know you are, everything goes along with that. your feelings, your thoughts, your beliefs, your experience, your manifestations. Your whole experience goes along with that.
I think that's pretty exciting.
It is! We think so. We know
You think
so.
that's exciting? I do too.
Yes.
So then this wonderful question came in.
Yes.
And it is the question of how can one get out of depression when they are too fearful to follow their joy?
Well, it can be many ways. If you allow yourself enough leeway, you can again redefine depression and understand that from the positive point of view, it's a natural response. Compression. When you know you cannot find the answer in the outer world, you go to where you know the answers are, within. So you withdraw, you compress in that sense until you find the answers you seek, and then you expand into a new person. You come out of it. And that's the natural positive side of it. But when you label the idea of that withdrawal in a negative way, when you reprimand yourself, when you heap judgment on yourself and negative perspectives on yourself, then it turns into the negative experience of depression. Now, if you're in depression enough that you can't allow yourself the leeway to recognize that, then the only way out is deeper in. Because eventually you will find a doorway out, one way or the other. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Either you will reach what you call rock bottom, and you will realize there's nowhere else to go but up, or you will find the idea that an exit door is required, which you call death. One way or another, you're free.
If you take the suicide route, though,
Yes.
don't you generally reincarnate and go back through
You
the same
may
thing?
create an experience of an incarnation. Again, please all remember, all lives are simultaneous. Therefore, the idea of reincarnation is an experience you can create, but that's not what's mechanically, structurally actually happening. But you can create the experience that it is. And sometimes if you are very, shall we say, unaware of what you're doing in that sense and have done that act through a very reactive state, then yes, you might find yourself very quickly going through a similar experience, because that's what you actually originally wanted to do, was go through that experience and learn something positive from it. And if you, in a sense, cut yourself off from doing that, you may decide to do it again. You don't have to, but you may decide that. And it may be an automatic decision if you're unaware of why you made the decision you made. That may be a natural reaction or natural response to the degree of unawareness you had when you decided to kill yourself. Remember that all death, in a sense, is suicide, because you are deciding to leave. One way or the other, you're setting up a certain kind of timing or place where you will transition out of physical reality. But in the way that you mean it, yes, that could happen. Or you could simply find yourself in spirit, recognizing that that may or may not be what you really wanted to do. And you may also look for other ways in which to balance out that idea. It doesn't have to require the experience of reincarnation to do so, but it just depends upon the state of the being when they cross that threshold as to exactly which way that plays out, and whether they give themselves the opportunity to know that they have a choice. Beings who do not know they have a choice can sometimes become what you call earthbound spirits for a while. They may be lost in confusion. They may not even know that they've actually died. They may think they botched it. The idea, though, is that eventually they will realize, and their guides will help them to realize, or people from your side will help them realize, that they can transition onto a higher plane, and they can decide to balance out the idea of any experience they've ever created from whatever point of view and from whatever experience they so desire, that they're still always free, ultimately. Does that help?
Yes, that's very forgiving of just the reality, I guess, of forgiving of ourselves.
Well, the idea is that if you really understand that creation is unconditionally loving, then there are no conditions on that love. So there's nothing to forgive. It's all experience, ultimately.
Right, right. And yesterday you brought up a tool that I thought was just so ingenious and helpful for people who are experiencing depression and looking for the key
Yes.
to unlock that.
Yes.
And that had to do with what you called the skeleton key.
The master key, the skeleton key, and the factory, yes.
Can you talk a little bit more about that? Because I think there's a number of people here who never got to hear that.
Well, very, very briefly, the idea is that you are the owner of the factory that's churning out your reality, and you always have the master key that can open the door. And as you open the door, you can walk down the center, which is a catwalk above the floor of the factory. And that's the neutral, central, balanced position. You can look down on one side and see all the busy workers at their desks churning out all sorts of negative vibrations that you've ordered them to churn out for you. You can look down on the other side and look at all the workers churning out all sorts of positive information, ideas, definitions, and beliefs and vibrations that you've asked them to churn out for you. If you find that you now prefer to have a factory full of positive churning vibrations and positive workers in that sense, but you feel that something is restraining you from going in that direction of acting on your highest excitement, then use the master key, use the skeleton key, open the door, walk on the catwalk, look down on the negative side where you thought you sent all the workers home, but turn on the lights and see that maybe someone's hiding in a corner or in a basement, still doing their job, still churning out all these negative ideas, and you can say, hey, actually, you have been doing a lovely job of churning out all the things that I hired you to churn out that are negative, but you know, that's not what this factory is producing anymore. And therefore, I am going to give you your golden parachute. You are going to now, in that sense, clock out, punch out, and you can go and find another job. I release you. Thank you so much for your service. And thank you, we're going to fill this space now with workers churning out positive things. And you have to keep looking to make sure that no other negative ideas are squirreled away down there. No other workers are still lurking in the hallways, perhaps hanging around the water cooler. The idea thus then is that you recognize that they've been doing the job you hired them to do, but now you no longer need them to do that job. Thus then, it is a freeing idea. You can use this analogy to discover what may still be lurking in your factory and tell it that its job is no longer required. And thank it because it did provide a service for you, and let it go. Yes?
Yes.
All right.
Sounds good. I mean, it makes it so much more manageable to handle the negative ideas, because all you have to do is listen to an idea that's coming up in your head,
yes,
and say, is this negative or is it positive? And
yes,
if it's negative, then it's coming from one of those workers.
Yes, because the idea of a negative belief is that it will churn out things that will make it seem that the negative belief is the only thing that's believable. Because that's the duty of the negative belief, is to make it seem that positive beliefs are much more difficult to create. But that's only coming from the negative side. It's not empirically true that positive beliefs are more difficult to create, but that's one of the products from the negative side of the factory, is that they are. So as soon as you let those workers go, you will find that the filters and the cobwebs will go away. They will be blown out, brushed out, and you will suddenly realize that the positive beliefs are easy to buy into, easy to hold on to, easy to manifest, because no longer is your vision being clouded by the idea of the negative belief reinforcing itself by attempting to convince you that positive beliefs are hard to create, which is one of the products they produce. Make sense?
Yes, it's very compelling because it starts to really give you the freedom to make a positive choice. Because if you're going to truly wake up in the dream and be lucid to the degree that you're saying is possible for us, then you ultimately have to have complete conviction in the positive interpretation of everything that comes into your experience. And you pay attention to it, and you continue to choose that and let the universe and your reality organize itself around what that creation is.
Y-E-S.
It's great stuff. We really appreciate that you've shared this knowledge with us.
We thank you for the co-creation. Would you like to take a short break and do your holotope to crystallize all this understanding of reinvention within yourself?
It sounds fabulous.
Then you may take a short break. We will resume this transmission with your holotope experience.